Greetings, and welcome to Earthling Cinema. I am your host, garyx wormuloid. This week's artifact is The Jungle Book, a Disney film directed by the bodyguard from Disney's Iron Man, who is such a money director he doesn't even know it. The film takes place on a Los Angeles soundstage, where a human boy named Mowgli is being raised either by wolves
It was Raksha who raised him. She was the only mother he ever knew.
or by a panther.
I raised him.
It's unclear. What is clear is that there's a drought going on, and all the creatures of the jungle have to share the same soda fountain like a bunch of animals. A tiger named Sharon Khan shows up to throw his stripes around. He sniffs out a human,
There's this strange odor today.
which is his least favorite smell to sniff, and says he'll kill Mowgli as soon as this soda fountain runs out of crisp, refreshing Sprite. So the panther, Bagheera, takes Mowgli in search of the human village, where the Sprite factory is located. Almost immediately, Sharon Khan attacks them, and the two get separated in a way that's exciting and dangerous, but still PG. Mowgli meets a big snake who used to be male 50 years ago, but is now female, which Mowgli respects. They turn out to be incompatible for unrelated reasons, so he starts hanging out with a bear named Baloo instead. Bagheera finds Mowgli and Baloo, and just when you think all the monkey business is over, it most definitely is not. King Louie, lesser-known son of King Kong, tells Mowgli he's got a fever, and the only prescription is learning how to make fire.
The one thing you can give me, the red flower.
But Mowgli left his Zippo at home, so Bagheera and Baloo help him escape, and King Louie is positively crushed. But Mowgli finds out Sharon Khan killed his wolf dad, so he grabs a torch to go, report him to the Olympic Committee. He brings a little too much heat, which he admits is totally his bad, but it works out in the end. Khan! Going against the tradition of Mowgli's past, Mowgli decides to stay in the jungle at least until it's time for college. The Jungle Book is an allegory about mankind's relationship with nature. The film suggests that mankind's tendency to bend and shape nature is instinctive, just like riding a cyclotron. Even though Mowgli grew up with no humans to teach him calculus and all their other liberal mumbo-jumbo, he exhibits the human desire to manipulate his environment through creativity. Mowgli is an example of a literary trope called the noble savage, which represents the idea that, absent exposure to civilization's bad habits, man's fundamental not-terribleness will shine through. Since Mowgli grew up untainted by the world of men, he exhibits only positive human traits. In addition to being clever, he is generous
You wanna bite?
and has great fashion sense. Thus, he uses his abilities to satisfy not only his own needs, but also those of any whiny animal who comes to call. However, his wolf family initially discourages such behavior, seeing his actions as hacky, David Blaine-style tricks that disrupt the natural order.
Mowgli, what was the rule about your tricks?
Not the wolf way.
In the eyes of the animals, natural law must be obeyed, not circumvented, which is why they wrote a whole poem about it.
The wolf that keeps it may prosper. The wolf that breaks it will die.
And while not an iambic pentameter, the wolf's credo is still integral to maintaining a fair and balanced ecosystem. Without the Sprite truce, for example, smaller creatures would die of thirst, thereby leaving predatory animals with nothing to snack on between meals. Sharon Khan sees Mowgli as a threat to this order,
Man is forbidden!
believing mankind will never look up from their Samsung Galaxy Notes long enough to harmoniously coexist with nature.
Does my face not remind you of what a grown man can do?
After all, it is man's ingenuity that lets him harness fire, primarily through the Samsung Galaxy Note.
Man's creation brings warmth and light and destruction to all that it touches.
Sharon Khan assumes Mowgli's inventiveness will inevitably develop into destructive acts, because that's just how men are, and tigers are always the ones who have to clean up after them.
Always a proud day when they come of age. Use the red flower. Use it on me like your father did.
But shockingly, Sharon Khan's interest is not purely altruistic. When Mowgli wields the torch like a royal scepter, he threatens to usurp Sharon Khan as a de facto king of the jungle, assuming neither of them recognizes King Louie's reign as legitimate. Their confrontation is a play on the myth of Prometheus and Epimetheus Rosenberg, two brothers tasked by their overbearing cousin Zeus with shaping Earth's inhabitants. Epimetheus gives the animals survival tools, such as claws, wings, and chainsaws, but gives nothing to man. So Prometheus steals fire from the gods to protect the poor, pitiful, defenseless, fragile, not even worth the skin they're printed on humans. Mowgli inverts the myth by stealing fire to defend the animals. Ultimately, the film teaches that it is possible for a human to peacefully coexist with nature, provided he acts as its steward and not as its conqueror, which basically means only using weapons accidentally and not on purpose. For Earthling Cinema, I'm garyx wormuloid. Hakuna Matata. Hello Earth enthusiasts, thanks for watching. One great way to support the show is by supporting our sponsors. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. If you need a world's wide web presence that will set you apart, there's no better way to do it than with a website made with Squarespace. They've made it easy for you to make a beautiful website for yourself, and they're giving you 10% off your first order when you use the offer code EARTHLING. With gorgeous templates and easy-to-use do-it-yourself tools, they've made it simple to create the website you want. Go to squarespace.com/earthling or use the link below in the description to sign up today. You'll get a free 14-day trial and you can see for yourself. Don't forget to use the offer code EARTHLING to get 10% off your order. And if you're not already a subscriber, click here to be taken to our channel page, where you'll find more episodes and partake in the holy Earth tradition of hitting the subscribe button. New artifact explorations are around the corner, and you won't want to miss them. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.